Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody has had a great weekend. For some people, it's a long weekend. So, if it's a long weekend for you, awesome. I hope you're enjoying it. I wanted to quick jump in and check in and just kind of see how everybody is so far. So, we are heading into week 2, which we had a prep week. So, we had prep week, week 1, and then we're heading into week 2. So, I have a couple of things I want to go over and just touch base, see how everybody is, and give everybody an opportunity to ask questions if you have any. So, we have talked about intermittent fasting and whole food nutrition. That was in prep week. And then we have talked about macros and tracking our food in MyFitnessPal. So, how did that go for everybody? Did everybody figure out MyFitnessPal and their goals in there? We track our macros, which everybody should hopefully know by now is carbs, fats, and proteins. And if you don't, that's totally fine too. Let me know if you need a little bit more understanding on those and the percentages that are assigned with each one of those. And I'll be happy to catch you up, give you a little more detail if you have questions with that. But I hope that everybody has found MyFitnessPal to be pretty easy to use. It's pretty user friendly once you get the hang of it, and once you kind of get your food in there. I eat a lot of the same things, and so it'll keep track of that. So I kind of can start typing something and it'll pull it up. It also does a really good job of having a lot of the bigger restaurants in there. So if you're eating out, you can still log your food pretty easily. And a couple tips with MyFitnessPal. So something that I usually do is if I pre-log my food. So if I'm laying in bed the night before and I already know what I'm going to eat the next day, I'll go ahead and plug it in just to make sure that I'm going to be meeting my macros. And if I don't have time to do it then, I will go ahead and pack my lunch and my snack or whatever it is I'm bringing for the day. And I will put that in there and before dinner. And then that'll tell me what I have allowed to eat for dinner or how much I need to eat for dinner. So pre-logging your food in there is always helpful, whether it's the night before or the day before. Just going ahead and putting that in there will help you stay on track and know what foods you need to eat and what macros you still need to fill. So that's my first tip. My second one is going to be on eating out. So if you are going to eat out and you know where you're going to eat, you can go ahead and look up the menu and figure out whatever it is you're going to eat and put that into MyFitnessPal. So therefore, if we're going to dinner somewhere, I know maybe have an idea. Usually I get the same thing everywhere we go. So I'll put that in there, and then that'll kind of give me what I am allowed and need to eat macro wise for breakfast meal, lunch, snacks, whatever I need to fill that day with. So kind of going in ahead of time and pre-logging it. And that's not always the case. Sometimes I go ahead and eat whatever and then kind of have to make a decision at the restaurant. And putting that in there, making your best guess. Sometimes I'm right on it, sometimes I'm off, but I learn and I take that with me for next time and know what to do better prepared for the next time that we go out. So a couple tips from MyFitnessPal. One thing I do want to say is that you do not put your exercise in. So our macros are going to be the same all the different days, no matter what. So every day macros are going to stay the same, no matter if you exercise or you don't exercise. So don't put in any exercise or link any exercises to MyFitnessPal, because that could throw off your percentages and kind of give you a misconception, like it'll give you more food than you really need or whatever the case may be. So no exercise in MyFitnessPal. Kind of keeps it easy too. You don't have to think about it. So so those are my tips for MyFitnessPal for tracking our food. And next week this coming week, we are going to be focusing on carbohydrate cycling. So we call it carb cycling. Amanda's video is going to talk more about that tomorrow. And then I will be back in the group on a video either Monday or on Wednesday to kind of follow up and check in and see how we're doing, see if everybody understood carb cycling and where we're at. So if anybody has any questions, again, please feel free to ask them. That is why I'm here. I want to make sure that everybody understands and is staying on track with what we're doing, which also brings me to my last final point. If everybody could post your macros, so take a screenshot. I'll take a screenshot of mine at the end of the day today and post it under this video so that you can see what I'm looking for with macros, so that I can make sure that you're eating the right amount of food and that we're tracking it correctly. So that's something that I would love to see every day, but let's just start with this week, posting it to make sure that I can see that everybody's eating what they're supposed to be eating. And also this week, I'm going to give some recipe ideas on some of the foods that I like and some recipes that are my like kind of weekly staples. So I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday evening, and I'll talk to y'all soon.